I'm gonna do it.
So Jess.
Yes.
Jessica Joseph.
Yes.
Born Jessica Joseph?
Born Jessica Joseph.
Okay. Born Jessica Joseph where?
Morristown.
Morristown, New Jersey.
Yeah.
I've seen signs from Morristown, New Jersey.
Yep.
I have driven by Morristown, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean to be born Jessica Joseph in Morristown, New Jersey?
I don't affiliate with Morristown, but like I don't like lean into I was born in Morristown. I don't affiliate to that.
Okay.
But to be Jessica Joseph, born in New Jersey, maybe it's more broad.
Okay.
It means I've been searching for peace. It means that I am movement and stillness. I grew up by the beach. Born in Morristown, but grew up by the beach. So I love and have always loved the ocean and being around water. I was a swimmer, so
Okay.
I don't think I was an ocean swimmer, but I was a swimmer. So I'm very inclined to jump into things that might feel uncomfortable. Cold water is not comfortable. I am willing to try things that are hard and also enjoy life when it's in front of me.
All right. And what does being born Jessica Joseph in New Jersey, lover of the beach and swimming and flow
Floating too, yeah.
and floating
Yes.
and freedom?
And freedom.
What does that mean for what you make in the world now?
I make a lot of things that allow others to experience floating and flow and connection, because being able to flow with water, there's a balance of floating and sinking. Like you have to find it. So you have to be connected to your body, connected to water, connected to where you are. So I've navigated a lot of my creation through the experience of floating and being in water and acknowledging that you can drown in water too, but you have to allow yourself to like accept the fear of drowning. There was a very, I'll never forget it, part of my life where I remember swimming for years, like I can swim, and stepping into practice and having to like push off on my back and like actually having a panic attack like I'm gonna drown. Like I know how to do this. So being able to offer experiences, and I like to call it practices that challenge you to like get to a point where you're like, yeah, do I have fear here? Is there fear here? Or and when there is fear there, am I supported enough by plenty of people that are going through it with me that I can challenge the fear and maybe like walk next to the fear versus let the fear consume me.
Okay.
So creating communities that you're around like-minded people, you have a goal, like you are in practice, you have a goal, and you're growing within that practice with others. You feel connected, you're not separate, you're finding that right. Knowing that like maybe not with everybody you're gonna be like, but you don't need an extreme feeling of connection to be connected. You can just be connected. So knowing that you're not fighting or struggling to be part of something. You're just part of something because you show up. You don't need to be best friends. You don't need to find the one. You just know that when you show up, you are connected. That's it. So creating experiences, community that challenge your being, your soul, and allows you to expand within the challenge.
Okay. What modes of practice?
It's so interesting because it evolves.
Of course.
It evolves.
We're evolving beings. This is the point.
Yes, it's always it's changing. I'm noticing that I'm getting more refined in the things that I like.
Okay.
So the modes are changing. The modes have been the modes right now, yoga, running. Those are the two modes right now that I've been facilitating and nurturing and cultivating. Yoga and running. And when I do believe that meditation is yoga, and yoga is not just asana practice. Yoga is holistic.
Sure.
So there's so many. When I say yoga, it's very broad. So I'm going to get more clear just to make sure that's clear. Asana practice, like I will move groups of people through postures. In addition to, we chant in the beginning. So that's a practice. Breath work, that's a practice. Sitting still, practice. Holding space, practice. And I also offer holding space as a group, and then also holding space by yourself. And retreating. I have retreats, so we practice retreating, and like being able to plan retreats is so important. I don't think it's often talked about though, like what it takes to actually retreat and plan it.
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So those are the modes, and then I said running, but like training for something through running.
Yeah.
So a 5K run, a half marathon, running to the sunrise, showing up somewhere, running on track. So those are like the breakdowns of the practices that have been evolving, and there's more. Yeah.
Okay. And I mean, we first met here in Jersey City,
Yes.
where we are right now, here in the Kissiverse.
Yeah.
What does teaching, guiding people through the practices that you teach and guide people through mean to you here in this particular city?
That's such a great question because I tried to leave the city.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I tried to leave the city. So, and I really actively tried. I was teaching, I was in a world, so I'm going to talk like this is past world. I was in a world of like lifting weights, lift things up, put things down, very physical world, very physical. If I can explain, if you know, like, imagine a person that doesn't know that there's emotion and spirit and only knows physical. That was the world I was in.
Okay.
Honestly, I would even go as far as saying that's what a gym is. There's no other world. There's no emotional world. There's no spiritual world. You don't feel pain. You don't you don't talk to God. Like in the gym, it's not that. You are only doing physical. It's only ego. It's only physical. So I was in that world, and then I had started taking yoga, and I was like, wait. I came here to stretch. What's going on? Why did he just say unconditional love? What are you talking about?
So you didn't even know the practice
No.
when you came into it. Okay.
Because usually the entrance, especially in this world of work, like gym culture. You go to, you know about yoga because you go to stretch, because you know you need mobility. So you don't step in, and a lot of, in the city of Jersey City, you don't find authentic yoga.
Okay.
It's I feel like you have to know the right person to find that.
Yes.
And some in class they'll hint, but they're not chanting. Like a lot of places aren't chanting. You got to find the right person to chant. I found the right person to chant. I was like,
okay.
Wait. Why did I feel that? I remember the first experience of being in a room. I was late to yoga class. And he's sitting down, the room is filled, and he chants. He starts chanting. I saw the vibration. You can see, you can, like, in my physical body, I'm standing, but everyone's down in here. See, and I was capable, and I was with somebody. I was like, don't walk. Like, we're not walking during the chant. Like, no, we don't walk in as the room is chanting and disrupt that. Like, have some respect. It's that beautiful. And I attribute that to my grandmother doing the rosary and just knowing, like, she's doing the rosary, don't interrupt.
There are sacred moments.
Yes.
There are sacred moments in life.
That you don't have to identify, like, are you, like, can I, like, you don't have to do any of that. You just know this is sacred. The feeling of the chant. Wow. Okay. Seeing it and just, like, pausing and just, like, kneeling and chanting, you feel that, but to be standing and chant and feeling the vibration, incredible. So in Jersey City, finding the right community that can nurture my spirit and my emotion and, like, allow me to hold space for my emotions. So finding that, I thought that it was spatial. I thought it was, like, physical, right? Well, if I leave this space, I'll go in, like, it's the space, it's the physical, not like me, right? Not realizing that I am the soul, I'm the spirit, I am the energy that needs to be changed.
Correct.
I changed my location, and I'm like, first of all, this is beautiful. Okay, so I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying that was incredible. I healed so much. I mean, I truly remember laying in the ocean and just, like, rolling around during sunset and just, like, letting the waves wash over me.
Okay.
Healing. So it was special to teach there, but what I realized in that location, no one stays. Everybody's trying to get going. Exactly. Okay. So I couldn't build
the connections that you find that important element.
Yes.
Wasn't there.
Right. Okay. And deeply in my being. And all this is in hindsight, right? Because I'm not really knowing, because I don't know much about my spirit, my energy. I know it, but I don't know it. Yeah. I mean, I know it, but I don't know it. Right? I know it deep down, but I don't know it in my intellectual mind. When I was there, so transient, I'm like, I can't do it here.
But you know it when you feel it. Like, you get the feeling.
Yes.
You're like, okay, this is the guidance system.
Yes. Perfect. This is the place where, when I left and I was, like, closed eyes, that was my intuition. That was the time I was cultivating what my intuition sounded like. Is this safe for me? Pause. Yes. Is this safe for me? Pause. Yes. And then I heard it. My intuition said, it's time to go. It's time to go. And I was like, what? And I cried. I hadn't cried the whole time.
Okay.
And there was a moment where I had tears. And I'm like, but wait, this is, like, so beautiful. Like, I feel great. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not upset. I'm not worried. I'm not anything. I'm just crying. Then I was like, oh, that's an alert. That's my alarm system. That's my body saying there's something that you have to pay attention to. Don't ignore this. This is my physical body. This is how it works. It's telling me. Take a moment. Figure out what's going on. It's telling you to leave. In this moment, it's telling me to leave.
Of course.
So then I left. And then I went to Miami. And I tried, because Miami is warm. Come on, how could you say no to that?
Look, I understand.
It's warm.
Beach, ocean, air.
They talk about
high
yoga.
people,
yes.
high vibrations.
My brother's there. I'm like,
Easy.
I'm going Costa Rica. I'm going Miami. You know, and then I'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
And I got there. I was like, dang it. Dang it. I really wanted it to be Miami. I really wanted it to be Miami. So what I've learned about what Jersey City means to me and doing it here is I had cultivated such a beautiful community in my previous life. That's what I meant to call it. I think I came back thinking that was still going to be my community. And it wasn't because I'm a different person. Like, I am not the same. I didn't come back the same, and I don't have the same thoughts. I figured out a lot about me when I was away. And I wasn't just away for like a week. I was gone for like 2 months. Even longer. Like, that's a long time. And I had done so much work in preparation for that. So when I realized that it was never the space, I was always in the right place because perfect timing, right time, right. I divinely guided to this space. I just had to evolve a little bit to receive the blessings of this place that I had arrived to. So I came back and intentionally and gracefully and open. I remember when I first came back to the street that I had lived on. The moment I stepped foot back, I was offered a blessing. And I remember it like it was the beginning of my life. Like I remember it like it was just how life is. I had walked into a place and I was like, someone asked me like, what are you looking for? And I was like, I don't know, something. I said, save me that table. It was like a end table with a drawer and a mirror. I was like, just save that for me. I'll come back.
Sure.
I don't have a place in this area to live. Like I have nothing to do. I don't know why I have that. Anyways. And then from there it was blessing after blessing. And I was like, oh, that's why I got that. I didn't even need to I just was so in tune with my intuition. I knew before I knew. And that's how I realized it was never Jersey City. It was always me internally that had to evolve. And there are plenty of people here that need to feel connected and to feel expansive and to be challenged and that are willing to grow. This is like the space of growth. You are in a city. We're so close to New York City and in a city itself. You don't really come here to be the same. You come to evolve. You come to be a better version of you. You come to be challenged. And I mean, that's the type of person that I think is open to what I have to give.
The conversation with one of those people. It's been great running with you.
Yeah.
Learning from you.
Yes.
Learning is what we are here for.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Specifically here on what to do with an idea. We're learning about what to do with ideas.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you and ideas have a great relationship. So, yes or no question.
Okay.
Do you know what to do with an idea?
Yes.
What do you do with your ideas?
Execute.
Execute. Talk about how you execute.
Okay. I execute by recognizing that there is something that lands inside of me. I don't think that it's ever my own like my Jessica Joseph creates it. I always feel like the idea is planted inside of me. I also would kind of I wouldn't even have to argue it, but I would state that the idea has always been there. It's kind of like how women already have all the eggs that they would ever have. It's like I already have all the ideas I would ever have. It's just being able to hear intuitively when it's time for that idea to blossom. executing an idea is recognizing that you're exactly where you're supposed to be, doing exactly what you're supposed to do, and taking your first step of what is being asked of you. Can I use an example to
Please,
explain
absolutely.
this?
Okay. Examples are important.
Okay. So the example is how grind society started. Well, you know what? Maybe I should talk about retreat. Maybe the retreat is a better example because it's more of a. I mean, they're both the same, come from the same place, and they're happening kind of simultaneously. But I think it'll be better to explain the retreat. So I'll explain the Costa Rica retreat because, and it's an idea of a time where I didn't know what to do with an idea. It was like my first playing with it.
Okay, word, perfect.
Costa Rica came to me after a very spiritual experience. I had went on a yoga retreat before with a yoga teacher to the Maldives. She was like, "Just come. You're gonna love it." I'm like, pfft. At that point, I was like I was working hard to make money. I wasn't like welcoming money in with ease. I was like, I have to hard work to get money. So it was like a lot for me to even consider going away and spending $3,000, $2,000. Anyway, she's like, just come. You're gonna love it. I was like, okay, fine. So there I had a crazy spiritual experience. We were doing yin yoga over full moon. Someone was playing the gong. I wasn't on Earth. I was somewhere else, and it totally landed in me in that moment. I have to offer this to other people.
Okay.
So the idea landed to me in that moment. Gong. She had a big one too. She was walking around with it. It was incredible.
The vibration.
Oh yeah.
Just sent that message. Like, released it into you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And said, you are going to facilitate this for others. And so once that came into me, and I didn't like, I have to, it was just like there. I was going through living in the physical world, but doing yoga more. When I came back from the retreat, I found my yoga teacher through chance and is actually teaching yoga. So I come back and I feel an alignment. I'm like, oh, that's beautiful. So I decided that I was practicing yoga with this teacher 6 days a week. I'm going every day. This is my, like, working out is my job at that point. This is no problem for me. His class schedule aligned perfectly with my lifestyle. It was a no-brainer for me. And it was one of those things that I did without telling anybody. I didn't tell a single person. Okay. You just saw me with my yoga mat. But I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to yoga. Oh, you just knew. Yeah. It was like something I held so close to my heart. And the only people that knew was the teacher and then maybe the other people in class. Yeah. And even then, we wouldn't really talk. It was so special. So that is part of the idea. It's practice this thing. Yeah. So through that practice, I was able to cultivate the knowledge I needed to then host this retreat. Boom. So so the idea is I don't think you can acknowledge that is me answering the idea or like executing the idea, but naturally I'm executing the idea by listening to what is in front of me. Right. So I'd start practicing that's 2019. 2019 I practiced for a year. Then 2020.
We're in 2024, by the way, for all of you who are in the future.
Yes. Okay. Pandemic. But previous to the pandemic, no, keep going. Pandemic. I had went to, and craziness. I went to Big Sur, 2020 November. Okay. Big Sur, incredible. Have you ever been?
I've never been.
Oh my gosh. So my therapist had advised me to go to Big Sur. Okay. She's like, it's a vortex. You have to go. It's incredible. And I was like, huh? What's a vortex?
Indeed.
So she was guiding me, and it was so helpful to have a guide in that time of my life. So I go to Big Sur by myself because I was fighting a fear. I'm not saying fighting, but I was going through a fear, experiencing a fear towards being alone. This is still part of the idea. This is still part of the idea. How could I bring a group of people anywhere if I have fear deeply rooted inside of me? And the fear was being alone. Who wants to be guided by someone that's afraid to be alone? You don't want to be guided by that person.
It's very difficult energy.
You won't welcome in somebody, like you won't welcome in community if you're afraid to be alone.
Correct. Or you'll be too reliant on community.
Yes.
Both sides of that.
Restricted and
yes.
And not abundant. Mm-hmm. So this is all hindsight, right? I don't know that I'm doing this. So I run toward, and I remember saying like I'm running towards my fear. And mind you, I'm a year of yoga, 6 days a week. I've been meditating. I've been crying, right? Like I'm going through it. I'm like going through it. I mean, we all are going through it, but it's not singular to me. But going through it and really feeling and doing the work. Go to Big Sur and have the most outrageous spiritual experience that I still to this day. And it was the fear. It was the fear in front of my face. It was so
fear of
being alone. And being alone and not being protected or supported or anyone caring for me. But it was so physical because what I realized was even if I'm protected spiritually and through my guides and through my grandmother and through my ancestors, that I'm not alone ever. My protection is there. I'll just gently touch on the spiritual experience because I could go down a long road of what that is.
Sure.
Okay, imagine being alone in an open field with no walls. Deeply within you, there's fear. On the surface, you're telling yourself, you're fine, you're fine, you're fine. So deep within, you're scared. My subconscious fear prevented me from seeing the beauty of what actually was around me.
We talked about this on a run once.
Yeah. We were talking about, yeah. And that fear, subconscious, stopped me from connecting higher. That fear made an assumption in my physical world, and the assumption was the things that are around me are here to harm me, versus the things that are around me are there to protect me. And maybe even they're standing around to watch over me. Meanwhile, I'm just like screaming, like, get away from me. But they're just standing around making sure I'm okay.
Yeah.
And my deep fear is what stopped me from going beyond. I was like, oh, I'm always supported. Now you'll never hear me be fearful of being alone. I can go anywhere.
Yeah.
And know, like, trust your intuition. Feel it. Are you safe? Like, know that it will guide you. So going then to Costa Rica, bringing 10 people, right? Like, I'm confident. Like, come on, guys. Like, let's go. Everything will be fine. Like, we're good. Like, I've already got confirmation that everything's okay.
We're all set.
Yes. Like, don't worry about it. Like, nah, just get on the plane. We're going to have a good time. And once I had that experience in Big Sur, I had talked to a medium that, like, right after that moment, that gave me, I was searching for something, because I was like, what just happened to me? Right? Because I'm still, like, in that fear. This is all hindsight, right? When it was happening, I was not this calm or understanding or clear at all. then the clarity came from, I talked to the medium my grandmother came through. But I didn't know how to ask questions about the experience I had.
Sure.
So she just came through, and I was like, oh, well, that means she's here. Like, that means she's like around. Like,
omnipresent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then what am I worried about?
Energetically omnipresent.
Yes. Energetically omnipresent. And what I had experienced was that energetic omnipresence. But instead of me hugging her, I'm like scared. It's like, don't be scared. You've been waiting for this. Like, right? If I could now, I'm like, if I could go back how I am now, relaxed. I sit with her all the time. I sit down, meditate, and there she is. It's like, oh, how beautiful. So releasing my fear is part of the idea.
Yeah.
And then from me then releasing that fear, I was capable of being more open and trusting to whatever was around me. So I started, the moment it came back, the idea was this. I know I need to put something on the computer. My eyes are closed, and here's the website. Here's all the words. Here's the what we're gonna do, how we're gonna do it. Then the work comes. Then there's like work that needs to be put in, but mostly like the idea of it coming through was, okay, we're gonna go to Costa Rica. I don't know how that came to me, right? It just was there. Then the work that had to be done was financially, like physical world finance, about like how much is it going to cost? What place are we going to? Is the place safe? Like, how do you? Does the website look nice? Like, what? All of that structure had to come, but it was so effortless.
Yes.
That's how I knew it was right. So the idea is usually effortless. It comes in, you listen to it, you output. It comes in, download it, output, download it, output. If I'm ever, why not? I have to pause and think about like what's going on and why that's actually how that resistance is there. But mostly the ideas are, when it comes to me, sit down and write. Sit down and start doing something, like push it out, say it, express it, talk about it, but connecting to my intuition helps me then push out an idea.
Yeah.
Connecting to myself and having self-care practices that say, what does it look like to hold space? What does it look like to expand in this space? What are you afraid of? If I ever feel fear, I now always step towards it and like get in alignment with why am I fearing this? What's going on? What do I have to think about? So it has taught me how to hold space for myself. If I'm feeling something, then maybe the last thing I'll say about executing an idea is believing that you are the person to execute the idea. Sometimes we can receive an idea and be like, hey, do this. Hey, do that to somebody else, to others. It's like, no, no, no. The idea is yours and you have to do it. And no one's going to do it right. And no one's going to be able to receive the idea and the beauty of what you are creating if you try to pass it on to somebody else. It is your action, it is your step that you have to take. Yes, there are things that others can assist you with, but like formulating the meat of it is all you.
Yes.
It's all you. And it comes from, usually there's one person that's the root of the idea, and then there's others that are in belief of it, and that is their, and it's part of their idea to be a part of that idea.
Right. Has to be. Has to be.
Required. You can't force somebody to be inside the idea. You can't try to make somebody else's idea your idea. At the root of it, you may think it's your idea, but it's really their idea.
Yes.
And you can get caught up in your ego and think it's your idea, but at the end of the day, it's somebody's idea.
Correct.
Somebody has pushed this out for you to stand inside of it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Word. So what is execution,
Mm-hmm.
I will say, sounded from the way that you expressed it as exploration.
Yeah. Self, outer, spiritual, emotional,
Mm-hmm.
physical. Yeah.
Okay.
Have to explore. And it's fun. Like, if you really let it be fun and you don't take it so seriously, and you say, I'm here to create, it's fun. It gets fun. And anytime you feel like it's not fun, you have to get back to what it means to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Exploration. That's good.
I slightly interrupted you earlier when we started talking about play.
Yes. It's play.
It's play.
You have to play.
Yeah.
You have to play. You're playing. And if you take it too seriously, you'll stop playing and it won't be fun anymore. It is absolutely play. But play is intimacy. Play is like it has to be in that realm of like connection.
Yeah.
Like you're playing, you can play alone, but like really, I don't think you're ever playing alone. You're always playing in unison with the universe or with others. But like play, you have to play totally.
Get in the playground, people.
Yes.
Get in the playground.
Start playing.
All right. So,
Yeah.
in that regard,
Yeah.
because you know so well what to do with an idea,
I do.
you do.
Great.
Very clearly. I'd like you to read this book
Okay.
called
I love to read out loud.
What Do You Do with an Idea? You're going to be reading this to my son.
Okay.
Because he said he didn't know what to do with an idea.
Okay.
And also, I've encountered a number of people who said they don't know what to do with their ideas. And you've got some sage advice that intersects with some of the ideas in this book.
Cool.
And so, I'm going to take my chair out the way, remove all my stuff. I'm just going to read this book.
From start to finish.
From start to finish. You all will see the illustrations on the screen while she's reading. I'm going to move my things out of the way and we're going to open up some space.
Okay. This is so fun.
For Jess to read what to do with an idea. And you can ad lib at any point.
Ooh, I don't know how to ad lib.
Something may come to you as you're reading.
Like cooking. Like that. Like that ad lib.
I mean, you could be a hype man for the story you want to. Okay. I was more thinking like a story might come to you as you're reading.
Oh, okay.
That is not on the page.
Got it.
Feel free.
I'm not like a rap beat.
No.
I'm not like a little bit like in a rap.
No. All right. Here we go.
Hamilton?
Yes.
Shall I start? Yeah?
Please.
Okay. What to do? Oh, sorry. Oops. What do you do with an idea? Written by Kobe Yamada, illustrated by May Benson. New York Times bestseller. For Shale and Ever, always remember, a single idea can change everything. Dad. With thanks to my friends who always support me and my work. May Benson. One day, I had an idea. Where did it come from? Why is it here? I wondered, what do you do with an idea? At first, I didn't think much of it. It seemed kind of strange and fragile. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just walked away from it. Acted like it didn't belong to me. But it followed me. I worried what other people would think. What would people say about my idea? I kept it to myself. I hid it away, and I didn't talk about it. I tried to act like everything was the same as it was before my idea showed up. But there was something magical about my idea. I had to admit, I felt better and happier when I was around. I wanted food. I wanted to play. Actually, I wanted a lot of attention. Actually, it wanted a lot of attention. It grew bigger and we became friends. I showed it to other people even though I was afraid of what they would say. I was afraid that if people saw it, they would laugh at it. I was afraid that they would think it was silly. And many of them did. They said it was no good. They said it was too weird. They said it was a waste of time and that it would never become anything. And at first I believed them. I actually thought about giving up on my idea. I almost listened to them. But then I realized, what do they really know? This is my idea, I thought. No one knows it like I do. And it's okay if it's different and weird and maybe a little crazy. I decided to protect it, to care for it. I fed it good food, I worked with it, I played with it, but most of all, I gave it my attention. My idea grew and grew, and so did my love for it. I built in a new house, one with an open roof where it could look up at the stars, a place where it can be safe to dream. I liked being with my idea. It made me feel more alive, like I could do anything. It encouraged me to think big and then to think bigger. It shared secrets with me because it showed me how to walk on my hands. Because it said, it's good to have the ability to see things differently. This is my ad lib. In the time that I was creating my idea, I was going upside down and practicing how to stand on my hands. I couldn't imagine my life without it. Then one day, something amazing happened. My idea changed right before my very eyes. It spread its wings, took flight, and burst into the sky. I don't know how to describe it, but it went from being here to being everywhere. It wasn't just a part of me anymore. It was now a part of everything. And then I realized what you do with an idea. You change the world. Read by Jessica Joseph. March, April 3rd. This is a good book.
Good.
Oh my gosh. Way to go, Kobe Yamada.
Absolutely, right? True.
Totally crushed that.
Okay. I know you gotta roll.
What time is it?
It is 1:03.
Oh, cool.
Can you answer 3 questions?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
These are just definitions based on things that you said that I think would be helpful for people to understand from your point of view.
Okay.
Okay. As simple or complex as you want to answer.
Okay.
What is a vortex?
Wow. Okay. I'm just gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna say. It feels like a space where multiple energies are in connection. Like it's almost like a entryway for the spiritual realm, the physical realm to. I'm making hand motions with my hands, like circle and like be in connection. It feels like I don't, and reason why I say this is because I don't think that if I was anywhere else would I have been able to experience what I experienced there. So what I experienced was two of my worlds actually colliding. So it just feels like very high energetic spaces, high vibrational spaces, very sacred land that has not been touched by people that are trying to destroy it, and it's like cared for and very nurtured. So very high vibrational, almost comparatively to a state park, um that park in Montana, or what are those called? I forget. There's like parks that aren't touched by, you can't just like do whatever you want there. They're preserved. So it's a very preserved piece of land and space that um, has very high vibrational. So if you're not looking to expand your soul and spirit, don't go to projects. But definitely go. Big Sur, highly recommend it. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. That's it.
What is intuition?
It's the voice of your internal being. It's the voice of your soul. It's the voice of God. It's the voice of spirit. It's the voice of beyond. It's the voice that you had before you had a voice.
What does it mean to hold space?
To get curious. Building curiosity, like allowing curiosity to flow. Holding space, being able to play, like holding space for the idea, being able to play with it, being able to watch. But holding space is a pause. An example I could say of like how you can hold space and still act, like still be present in your world, but also holding space is my example. I had a really busy 3 days, but I was going through something. Like I was experiencing, I was like processing through an emotion I was having. I'm going to call it fear, but it wasn't like deep fear. It was just like, I'm not doing a thing. Why not? So I'm holding space for myself. I have a very busy day where I have to like take action, but I always know that I'm dealing with something. So I'm always giving myself enough space to process. Holding space in that moment looks like taking care of my responsibilities. I'm not overly talking. I'm not overly communicating. I'm not um, doing more than I can handle. So what that looks like is what I had to do. I had to like drive my parents like all day somewhere and like drive all day in pouring rain. So what I had to do was be calm. Like I can't exert more energy than I have. So I'm making sure that I am being calm and like being at peace. Like I'm doing a task and I'm accepting that I'm doing the task. I'm not going to create any extra anything. And I'm going to be still and I'm going to listen to the people around me. So I'm not in outwardly push mode where I have to talk about do this, do that. I am doing what I have to do and I'm reserving my energy to then at the same time process whatever I'm feeling. I'm not deeply processing because I'm still in mode of doing, but I'm giving myself the truth where I wouldn't be able to sit here and have time to explain my spiritual experience from start to finish because I'm just like doing too much. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but it's giving yourself an opportunity to preserve your energy or acknowledge that you have energy to be preserved and give as much as needed and not anymore because you're holding that space for your energy to observe and experience and expand whatever you're processing. So it's preserving space for you to feel. You can't give more than you have in that moment. So if you are doing a thing that requires 50% energy, you're holding space for yourself to experience the other 50. You're not giving more, you're giving just enough. Thank you so much for having me. It's an honor to be here. Thank you. Yeah.
Word.
That was cool.
That was very cool.
That was so cool. It's like so nice to like talk to someone that, like I said, it's so nice to talk to someone that speaks my language. I don't feel crazy. What an insane book.
This is next to his bed.
Oh my god.
There's 2 other books in there.
Wow.
How to solve problems.
What to do with chance.
Come on.
What is this whole thing? What you do matters. Wow.
Yes, indeed.
Wow. Wow. Kobe is just crushing it.
All